on.
Who are all these people I'm talking to? Hello, everyone. Hello.
Captain, would you like to go on a date? I've got gold for you, my darling.
Rather cheeky, aren't you?
Oh my God.
My God, this is
Whitney, that's awesome.
Okay, Patricia's a little late, but she's doing it now. She's got the hairdo. What's going
well,
on?
my hat fell off. I mean, when I saw Whitney, I was so like shocked. I just kind of like got my okay.
That Whitney, she punked us all. Oh my gosh.
Going to be a randy bunch today.
I got it back.
I hope it's not. Oh Lord.
You guys are hilarious, I'm telling you.
Oh, look fantastic, darling.
Whitney, you look great.
I can't even do this today. I can't look at her. All of you are just.
Wait
It's
till
gonna be
Kelly
really
sees.
hard to make a choice today.
It's gonna be tough. I don't know. That's Kelly's job. Oh my heavens. I don't know if we can actually disqualify Whitney from this one. I believe she should qualify as well. Oh my heavens.
Definitely think so.
We'll see what Ms. Kelly has to say about it. Where's she not here yet?
Definitely a standout.
I would say so. If I don't get selfies from you people this week, I'm going to quit. So only 20% of your selfies, and that does not make an interesting post on Facebook. So there you go. We're adding some bling here. Christine, is that Christine doing that?
Can you screen save?
Oh, Kathy,
Well, one thing for blank. So
you can't have too much sparkle. That's what I say.
That's right.
you know the famous line from Steel Magnolias, don't you?
No, darling.
What separates us from the animals is our ability to
Accessorize.
Kathy knew it. Kathy, what the heck kind of background is that?
I'm sitting with my dead pirate and all my pile of gold. I can stand up.
Where girl did you get that from?
But you see this? You see the skull?
Yeah.
It's full of RFPs, the magic.
Kathy, it's full of R.
I stuck him in his skull.
Oh my God. Kathy's back, and she's back to
All
revenge.
right, all right, let's get this started.
Oh heavens.
Welcome, it's 4 o'clock. We're going to get this started today. For those of you who have joined us for the first time,
They must be spooked.
we are going to discover the hidden gems and secret treasures of Latin America today, one of my favorite places. And we just ask that if you've dressed up today, then you say something to us so we can put you in the running for some wonderful treasure. Who would like to start?
Okay. I just want to show you my little guy here. He's my buddy, and I have my treasure chest and have my key. And every pirate needs to be an event planner. I've got my belt on. I've got a calculator. I've got a staple and some Advil. So I'm ready to go.
That's fantastic, darling. Kathy West.
Yes, my darling.
After me.
I'm here with all of my collection of gold, my dead husband, my skull full of RFPs, and my most desperate treasure, my dead dog. I look forward to going on this adventure.
Look forward to having you. Who else?
I'll go. I'm hiking the Inca Trail in Peru. I've got my backpack.
Wow.
And I even have my Lima luggage tag. I have been to Machu Picchu. So I'm at Machu Picchu now. I'm at the end, which is great.
Fantastic.
See, Dora the
That's
Explorer.
fantastic.
Nothing on Sam Bixby. She's ready to look for hidden.
Like last week, I went to a wedding in Peru. I was gonna
Really?
recreate the wedding outfit again, but I did that last week with Anguilla.
We're trying to keep you guys on your toes.
Bixby, don't you know any Americans who get married?
Well, yeah, some. Now they'll get married in the U.S. They have to.
All right, who else?
Oh, Lordy.
Anyone else?
I'm Indy Jones. I'm looking for the greatest treasure of all. Right now, Boulder's gonna get me. So save me, help me out.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Do you have, what's that coming down behind you?
It's a massive boulder in this cavernous area. I have no idea what to do.
That's a good one.
That's fantastic. Who else? Who else? Who else? Anyone else dressed up? Who won? Laurel, what's that thing on your head? Is that an octopus?
It is, but it is a headdress from an Inca princess.
Oh.
And I'm from the Maucha period in Peru. So my headdress and my
Wow.
gold jewelry.
Nice. That's quite a treasure there. All right. All right. If there's anyone else, please speak up. Otherwise, shut your trap. We're going to get started. All right. We just ask that you keep yourselves muted today unless you're talking. And you do that in the bottom left corner. And we're going to get started. I'm going to record this. And if you have anything to say, just write it in the chat box and I'll make sure I get to it at the end. All right, Carol, take it away.
Mute me, thank you. I was refusing to speak because you have cracked me up to the point where I'm speechless. You're brilliant. Okay, so today we are going to explore Latin America in a way that we have not done before. We welcome back Patricia Perez-Sahin and Maura Zhang to tell us about the hidden treasures in Latin America. I'm telling you, some of these places are like a cross between the Flintstones and Robinson Crusoe. I want to go there. This one behind me, I can't wait to hear about that. I love you guys for really getting into the spirit this week and making sure we have a joyous occasion here on Wednesday afternoon. So without further ado, Patricia Perez-Sahin, she's an expert. She's a pro. She knows everything there is to know about destinations, not only in Latin America, but all around the world. Please take it away, Patricia.
Well, thank you for that great introduction. And as much as I would like to take credit for all that knowledge, I have to say that it is because of our amazing DMCs that I'm able to provide you with this great insight for our destinations. Because imagine with all the LatinPlus DMCs, which today I actually have to say that you're the first to learn about our latest edition in the Dominican Republic, my hometown. We are growing in spite of the crazy times that we find ourselves with. So no, I cannot possibly be an expert in every single destination, considering that I still have Pacific World under my sleeve. But I am Latina, so I have to say that Maura and I are both a little bit more fascinated when it comes to Latin America. And of course, LatinPlus is our baby. So thank you so much, Carol and Whitney, for giving us the opportunity to come back this time for such a unique presentation, because I know we've been here before showcasing specific destinations, but I think it's always better when we actually get together. So today's presentation is going to be rather casual. We have a lot of gems and treasures to unveil. And because there are so many of them, it's really going to be rather hard to go in depth on each one of these properties or experiences. So I'm going to try to go as fast as possible so we can keep it at least within an hour, because I know you have things going on. So without further ado, I'm going to get started with our presentation. And I think most of you know who LatinPlus is. The only difference, again, is that if you look at the bottom today, you see a new logo, and that is ECT DMC. So welcome, Stefan, and welcome to Andrea. I believe they're already on the call. They actually were the first DMC to ever open doors in the Dominican Republic back in 1994. I haven't announced it yet because we're going to do a press release, but you are, of course, the first to learn about it. And I'm super excited because, as you know, Dominican Republic is a special destination for both Mara and I. Here's where we are today. And yes, I updated the map again with that beautiful logo over there on the right. As you can see, we are at some of the most demanded destinations within the regions. And I'm glad to announce that of our destinations, 3 of them are already open. So you're able to fly to Mexico, as you know. You're able to fly to the Dominican Republic. And now, as of last week, Costa Rica has opened its doors. So yay, little by little, we're getting there. And we're starting to get requests for 2021 and beyond. So there is the light at the end of the tunnel. So again, today's presentation is going to go fast and furious. I'm going to be the moderator, but it's going to be interactive because I don't have all the answers. So whenever I get stuck, I might have to pull in our DMCs, which I also want to make sure you get to know personally. So even if I don't have questions for them, I might just ask them to say hello to you. Okay, so let's get it started. So this is basically a presentation that I put together a while ago. And I guess that because of today and the fact we have a new DMC, we kind of have to make some adjustments, but I will make sure that I send it to you so that you can click or scroll down and explore this presentation at your own pace. But these are basically the destinations that we will be exploring today. There are more, of course, that we could, but for the sake of time, we have to keep it simple. So let's start with Mexico. I always like to go from north to south. And of course, Mexico being such a popular destination, it had so many offers that it was very difficult for me to cut it down to 2. So we're going to unveil 2 hotels and experiences within Mexico, starting with the one that is on Carol's background, which I think she's fascinated by, and I am as well. I have to say, once I'm able to go to Mexico, which I hope I can do it as soon as possible, I have to see this property because, first of all, it's located in Tulum, which itself is one of my favorite destinations in the Cancun Riviera Maya area, and it's perfect for a retreat. If you want to be off the beaten path, if you want to be secluded, it doesn't get any more secluded than this. And the hotel is called Azulik. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. And Andrea Burto is here in case I say something improper. You're more than welcome to correct me, Andrea, okay?
Yes, of course, Patricia, thank you.
So you want to say hello? I want to make sure people see your face. So we have Andrea Burto with us.
I have the Indiana Jones look style today, my jungle on my back. I tried to grab my cat to look like a puma, but I couldn't grab him. But I'm here and ready.
Okay, so perfect. All right, so hang in there, don't go too far. I just wanted to first give you an idea of where the property is located. It's actually about an hour and a half from the Cancun International Airport, so it's not close, but it's totally worth the drive. So think about a property that is surrounded by lush in a tropical jungle. That's basically what Azul Lake Resort is. A mystical experience rooted in ancient wisdom, as they like to say, and moving forward by cutting-edge technology. Azul Lake has a very interesting concept where they want to make sure that they connect humanity and nature in a way that it coexists in perfect balance. So it's a very eco-friendly resort to the point where they don't even use air conditioning. And I know you must be like, what? But, you know, it's an oceanfront property. They have fans. So again, the whole design of the hotel, which they like to call almost like a sculpture, it is designed purposely so that you can reutilize the elements from nature, such as air, such as wind. And it is a really, really great experience to be, again, connected with nature. That's what basically this slide is all about. And I mean, I have these amazing videos, which I will probably not be able to play, but I'm gonna play it just a little bit just so that you can see a little bit about the aerial view, how the property looks, and how it's nestled in the jungles of Tulum, in close proximity to a lot of attractions, a lot of ruins, including the Tulum ruins, other ruins like Kova. So there's a lot of things that you can do in this area. It really is an amazing property. So hope you were able to appreciate that video, because I gotta go very soon to the next property. But I purposely just selected two in Mexico because I know that these particular properties have so much to offer that I couldn't really sneak a third. So some of the destinations you'll see more or less. First of all, let me go to the next one. So this is the entrance to the resort. So when you're coming from the inland, as you can see, they have different types of room categories. Some of them are facing the ocean, and depending on the level, if it's on the bottom or on the top, you'll have different views and different categories. Some of them are actually facing the jungle, more rooted into earth. This is now a panoramic view from the outside. And don't think of this as a hotel only. This is a whole development where they have a museum, an art center, and a lot of shops and restaurants and so forth. So as long as, even though it's isolated, it is a resort on its own. Right, Andrea, would you like to add anything else?
Yes, for Azulik, I would like to say that you will actually be unplugged from everything. There's no Wi-Fi on your room. There aren't any lights on your room or TV. There's Wi-Fi on the common areas, and even if you're having dinner at their main restaurant, they only use candles. So it's actually a really unique experience.
It is a unique experience. I mean, when I think about it, I was like, well, wow, can I make it? But you know, if you're really looking to reconnect, I think that this is a good idea for sure. And look at the stunning rooms. How amazing is that? And of course, you kind of have the, how do you call the thing that makes sure the bugs don't come in, canasto? I noticed that all the beds have that.
Like the nets, right? Like
the nets, because I mean, it's open air, guys. So I mean, it is purposely designed in a way that while you are not exposed to these comforts of modern life, you're still again going to have a great experience. These are one of the oceanfront suites. Isn't that amazing, guys? I mean, look at this. Only utilizing natural elements. I will love to be there. And of course, because of the concept, there's going to be a lot of wellness programs, a lot of yoga. They have a spa and all sorts of amenities. This is one of the venues, I believe. This is the museum, right?
Yeah, it's part of the museum. That's correct.
They have an amazing art collection. And then this video I'm going to share with you so that you can embrace the concept of the whole development. Okay, so let's keep moving. So in every hotel, I want to have an example of what can you do that a DMC can curate for you. And Maritur has created an experience here where they have designed a photo safari experience, which is something that is going to put together with a unique itinerary, going to places that not even locals know about. The adventure, I guess, goes through the Muyil and the Siancan Lake, will be led by a naturalist guide and a professional photographer. This is not only a great experience, but at the end, you walk away with pictures and memories for a lifetime. So we're gonna have to keep going, guys, because again, I have tons of hotels in here, and we're still in Mexico. As you know, Mexico, it's a world of its own, and all the way From the east, we're moving to the west coast of Mexico, to the state of Jalisco, and a place that is called Costa Careyes, at a beautiful resort that is called Cuixmala. Is it Cuixmala or is it Cuixmala? Andrea?
Oh, sorry, Ham. It's Cuixmala. Yes, it's fine.
Cuixmala is fine? Okay, good. Both names are kind of like, okay, I don't even know what that means, but interesting to learn about this, a very, very exclusive high-end resort experiences that is, again, nestled in Mexico's pristine Pacific coast. This is an eco-luxury destination within 30,000 acres of a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, created by Sir James Goldsmith, which is a very used to be a famous financier and British-French tycoon. And now it's open as a destination and as a hotel. The hotel is extremely secluded. So again, for those that are looking to get away, that's why we consider it to be another gem within Latin America, because it's not the traditional hotel that most people are looking for, but a perfect getaway for those that are looking for unique experiences. The video that I'm gonna show to you was actually done for a French magazine, I believe, but it kind of has some really cool, great angles about the property. Which again is not just a property, it's a destination on its own. Talking about safaris, this place has an amazing diversity of species. They got zebras, they have so many different horses. I mean, if I go by the number, let's say we have 30,000 acres of reserve, 26 horses, I got my numbers here, 3 private beaches, 207 types of birds, and more than 150 projects that they're conducting at the moment. So this is something major. And I'm gonna play another brief video just to, again, give you an idea of what it's like. And I'm not gonna be able to play it. But again, it kind of shows you again what it is. Give you some aerial views about the property. It is simply stunning. Andrea, while the video is playing, can you tell us a little bit about the experience that you curate in this location?
Yes, of course, since there's a national area and it's protected, you can actually do the horseback riding along the zebras and other type of animals, and they even have the turtle release program. So this property actually stays clearly on the property due to the size of the area. There are a lot of lakes, and since everything is protected, you will see a lot of wildlife all around.
Nice. All right, let's cut this video because again, we're in a little bit of a rush. We gotta fly to our next destination very soon. But again, the video is almost like cinematic when you look at it. It's actually really well done. So I hope you were able to get a taste of this property, because we're just gonna show you some more pictures and move to the next destination. This is
the main house, actually, the main house, and it has 4 suites. Then you also have the casitas, you have bungalows, and you have private villas as well. So it's all spread out.
This is one of the rooms, but they have different categories of rooms.
Wow.
Already can see that this architecture has a little bit of Islamic influence. And again, they do have 3 restaurants, but they also can set up big private picnics for guests, and they have an organic farm, so everything again is from within. And this is the activity that you just described, but we are going to have to move to Costa Rica. So thank you so much, Andrea, for supporting me here. I mean, again, you guys are truly the experts. I'm just the moderator.
You're welcome, Patricia.
All right, so where's David and Ligia? You guys are back. I mean, some of you might remember Dave and Ligia, because we recently hosted a presentation for Costa Rica for you guys, remember? So welcome back, guys. I'm super excited about the hotels that you have provided for this presentation. In fact, I was like trying to cut it out and I couldn't because they were so beautiful. So the hotels that we selected in Costa Rica are located in different destinations within Costa Rica. We're first gonna go to Arenal in the Northern Plains to explore Nayara Resort and Spa, which is a lush paradise in the heart of Arenal Volcano National Park. In fact, you can see from the hotel the beautiful, stunning views of this volcano. And this hotel has been recognized by Travel and Leisure Condé Nast because of their hospitality, impeccable service, and luxurious accommodation. So let's take a peek of this property. Let's see how can Ligia and Dave, feel free to add any comments while this video is playing.
Especially the most important thing about this area is that because the VIPs and the most selected clientele chooses Arenal volcano area. This is specifically with one of our most beautiful volcanoes. Like in Costa Rica, we have 112 volcanoes, and this one is active and is one of the most beautiful ones that we have. We have this beautiful property here, and the good thing about it is that you can go either by the airport from San Jose or the airport in Liberia, and actually you can also take a transfer by vehicle, only 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get there if you want to get to see a little bit about the country. But also you have the option of flying directly from each of the airports. In only 25-30 minutes, you're gonna be getting in there.
Yeah, and also a really nice thing, Patricia, and all of you that are seeing this picture, picture this like a Hawaiian volcano, but only 3 hours away from Miami, and also by half the price, just saying. So
I love that promo, Dave. That was good. I'm gonna use that line, you bet.
Yeah, and we're so proud to have had, you know, this type of location in the country, and year after year, you know, like you said, it had been named by Condé Nast and Travel and Leisure year after year since 2016, like one of the top, between the top 2 in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it is beautiful, definitely on my list of places to go when I go back to Costa Rica.
Yes, and one of the things that I love there is because at the villa, they have 35 villas. They have the swimming pool, the little swimming pool, private swimming pool that each villa has one, is with natural mineral waters coming out right from the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's fantastic. And look, this is the view from one of the suites. Can you imagine? And this is the spa, one of the restaurants. And do we have another video? Oh my God. I'm just gonna, again, keep the conversation going while the video is playing. I mean, I always think that videos are good to get a good image of the destination and the hotels and the experience itself. But if there's anything you would like to add, Ligia, before we move to the next, this is a good time to say.
Yeah, actually, one of the great things also that this hotelist has is the owners and all the employees, they have been focused in sustainability. So they use the sustainability, you know, in their restaurants, in their location, in their gardens, and then they promote it so well. And so they are helping a lot the community in Arenal area as well.
Yep, and one of the good things is that other than just the beach or the volcano and the rainforest, because of the terrains where this area is located, you can go to a coffee tour right where the farm is located, to a cocoa plantation, just take a relaxing day at the hot springs, get a facial with a natural mud spa from the volcano. So pretty much a really enjoyable experience. And what you see in Costa Rica in the pictures, that's a great overall cover from it.
So one of the adventures, I mean, the activities are endless when it comes to Costa Rica, but like, can you tell me what will be different from ziplining in Costa Rica than other places in Latin America that makes it more special or more popular?
And also the zipline was born here in Costa Rica. The canopy tours was built in the early 80s by scientists at the top of the trees, in the canopy of the trees, to study one to another. And it was at the early 90s that it was also becoming an adventure activity. So we are welcome to you to welcome and see that born of the canopy zipline tour.
And answering to your question too about why are we different with the canopy tour or the zipline, is because we are a sustainability country. So, you know, all the suppliers who have the canopy areas, they have taken perfectly selection of the rainforest or the cloud forest or the dry forest, where all of them are located all around the country. So we protect nature as well. And then you will find see the beauty that you can see around.
Yep.
Thank you, Ligia. So the other hotel, I'm just going to go by very quickly because we don't really have that much time, but this is called Las Catalinas in Guanacaste. The location and the hotel is called Casa Camaleon. I think I might just play the video, Ligia, and maybe you can talk to us a little bit about it.
Actually, the property is located in Guanacaste. Guanacaste is the hottest destination for incentives in Costa Rica in this moment. And it's only about 45 minutes to 50 minutes from the Liberia airport. So, you know, the location is great and the property is unique with the 360 degrees to have a view of all the surrounding areas.
Yeah, right on top of the restaurant, there's like a rooftop that it's usually used as a yoga station. That one right there, it's usually used as a yoga station spot, but sunsets are some of the most beautiful ones you can see. And that area is privatized for functions and dinners. You can do pretty much every water sport that you can think about, jet skis, catamarans,
And you can see this picture that just passed. I'm sorry to interrupt, David, but it's about 21 villas, right? So that area kind of like show really well.
Correct. It's pretty much like your own private mansion at the beach.
Perfect. Well, this is stunning. That's why this one was the one I was supposed to remove, and I just couldn't. I mean, like, how can I?
I'm glad you kept it. Thank you.
It was named in the top 10 hotels in the world this year, so it's good that you kept it in.
Yeah, and again, the activities are endless. A beautiful sunset sailing will be a perfect match for this property. So now let's go to Panama with you guys. And my selection here of all the beautiful hotels that you provided was this one in Islas Secas and Chiquiri. It's called Islas Secas. And I think it's really amazing. Tell us a little bit about this property.
So this property actually, if you look at even in LinkedIn or Facebook or in most social media, is not as popular because it's like a really retreat, like just for top VIPs. Some of the CEOs from large corporations and companies that that we have worked with, the own presidents and CEOs choose this hotel as their vacation spot with their family. The only way to get there is by flying into either Tucumán in Panama City or to Chiriquí Airport. And if you don't want to drive from Panama City to there, you can also privatize one of those planes like in the movies that it will actually land on the water and take you to the lobby of the hotel.
How many rooms do they have?
They have 10, they call it casitas because it's not like a hotel with rooms. They have different casitas. So
yeah, like the ones that I just showed the pictures,
Yep, they have 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms, and the familiar suite that is the Casa Grande.
One thing that I noticed about this resort is that the beaches are amazing. White sand, white waters, white sand beaches. So really, really beautiful beaches.
And believe it or not, that's in the Pacific. That's not even in the Caribbean.
Interesting. No, I thought it was very interesting because some of the beaches in Panama are not like this white sand. They're beautiful, I mean, without exception, but this one definitely stood out. Because of that. Then again, I mean, whatever, and anywhere you go in Panama, you have to stop in Panama City because that's the gateway. So when I wanted to highlight an experience, I wanted to make sure that we talk a little bit about the Panama City tour. One of my favorite destinations in Latin America, and again, so accessible. Tell us a little bit about this tour, Dave.
Sure. So what you're seeing right now is the old quarter of Panama. So actually my personal favorite spot in the city right now. When the city started to grow into the high skyscrapers area, this place was left behind as a human heritage by UNESCO. So right now you can change everything on the inside, but the facade needs to stay the same as the original from the 1600s. But the good thing though is that they made really different restaurants and pubs and cafes. So you can jump from a French cafe to an Argentinian steakhouse to a burger place from the States to a Canadian poutine place. So it's like a really cultural thing and you can just jump from one spot to the other. It's a fairly small place, so you can walk around it in about a couple of hours. So just get there and get to taste Panama.
Look at the contrast between the old and the new. And there's also the really, really old, which I don't have any pictures where you have the ruins. I think this is a city of contrast. And one of the best things about Panama City is the great energy that it has.
And just one second before you jump into Colombia, I just wanted to let you know, to say that, you know, we have also in Panama, we have the Caribbean side. So we have the Pacific side and the Caribbean side, and there's beautiful white sand beaches and turquoise water. So just to say.
Just so you visit and
check. Thank you so much, Ligia. Thank you so much for your help. So welcome to Colombia, everybody. So this is the gateway to South America, the first destination before we go further south. Along with us, we have Beatriz Guidi de Bagno, who's an Italian living in Colombia. In fact, she lives in, she's in Cartagena right now. Hello, Beatriz, are you there?
Hey, everyone. So nice to see you all. Loving the costumes.
This is a fun crowd, let me just tell you. I mean, we have been doing a lot of these webinars, and I'm pretty sure that for some of our DMCs, they're like, oh, wow, this is pretty awesome. I really, really like how you roll on these things. So we have actually, this is another country where I kind of have a hard time cutting down, because the selection of hotels that Beatriz provided was amazing. And of course, Cartagena, among all destinations within Colombia, is always going to be the most popular, especially for the incentive. So, you know, you cannot go anywhere in Cartagena before going to the old city. And Casa San Agustin, it's a gem located in the center of the city. Maura, who was there on a fan trip last year, was going to tell us a little bit about her experience.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. This is actually one of my favorite hotels ever. And the first time I went to Cartagena a couple of years ago to celebrate my sister's 40th birthday, we stayed here. And this is a leading hotel of the world. It's only like 10, 15 minutes from the airport, so it's really close. And it's right in the heart of the city. So it's walking distance to everything in the walled city. It's located near like Alquímico, some of the best restaurants. So really great location. And from the moment that you like step out of the car, before you even go in the door, there's like this scent that is just like signature of that hotel. And it smells so good, and I can't even describe it, but it's like this amazing scent. It has 20 rooms, it's very boutique, and 11 suites. So total.
It used to be an old monastery, right?
The what?
It used to be a monastery, or was that, am I remiss in the wrong hotel?
Yeah.
You're thinking of the Sophie Hotel.
That's why Maura is talking.
This one used to be like 3 colonial homes that they kind of put together, you know, kind of turned into this hotel. And one of them used to be like an aqueduct where they used to collect the rainwater, and that's where the pool is, that beautiful iconic pool that you see there. So yeah.
Colonial design. So they all had these internal patios that would collect the rainwater, and of course, all of the homes would have their own cistern.
Right.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, lovely.
Yeah, the rooms are beautiful. They're all unique. Like I don't think they're you know, there are rooms that all look the same.
That always happens when you go to historical places, hotels like that. That it's very difficult to have the same exact room.
Yeah. And their restaurant that you just showed too is like one of the best restaurants there. They have one of the best bars. And I know, Beatrice, you know the cocktail that I had there, that is like one of the best cocktails I've ever had, with that little fruit. What's the fruit called?
Uchuva.
The compound, right?
The golden berry.
Okay, golden berry. And it's like delicious. Great service. And they also have this private beach that only their guests have access to in one of the islands of the Baru, in Baru.
Oh, I didn't know that. They have a private space on the Baru Island. That's pretty good to know.
Yeah.
And that's where we're gonna go next, because you know we gotta go now, guys. Like when I have 3 hotels per destination, I gotta run. Just for an idea of things that can be done, Colombian Colores is very notorious for organizing events where the groups can interact with the local community. And this is a really good example, a Colombian neighborhood party, which is something that they do in the sector of Hexamani, which is a very colorful area within the center of Cartagena, outside of the town center, where again, you can just experience the Colombian life, which I think is part of the assets when it comes to Colombia as a country. It's the culture and the people. So this is basically an immersive cultural experience that can be experienced as an activity or as an event. So now we're gonna go to Baru, which is one of the islands. I mean, how far is that from the old city in Cartagena? It's still in the Cartagena area, but Beatriz, can you remind me how far this is?
It's about 45 minutes by speedboat or about an hour and a half by car. It's on the peninsula, so we have to go all the way around. We advise both.
And, oh, there it was. And then how many rooms in total?
They have 52 bungalows.
Okay.
30 are high in the air, about between 8 and 12 meters in the air in the trees. And then the rest are on ground level. So the air bungalows have jacuzzis, private jacuzzis, and like the earth bungalows have little private swimming pools.
Okay, beautiful. So the video that is playing right now is showcasing, this is the entrance when you go and check in. As you can see, it's very eco-friendly. It's very open. It's beautiful. So I just kind of want to make sure that you were able to capture a little footage. So if there's anything you want to add while this video is playing about what you see, feel free to add. I basically mute the video so that we can just talk over them.
Yeah, no, it's a stunning property. It's all about relaxation. It's finding an inner peace. They have one of the most spectacular spas in the whole Cartagena area as well. So really, it's a treat to just go relax. They have some stunning communal areas as well where you can organize group activities. But for the rest, it can be also a more romantic setting, couples get away and other.
Yeah, I love how it's kind of nestled in the jungle. The design is very sustainable when you look at the architecture. And here's the location once again, and an aerial view of the picture of the hotel. You can see how beautiful the beaches are. And I'm not going to play this video because I think we kind of have an idea, right? Well, it's kind of plays on its own. This presentation sometimes has a personality of its own, but yeah, this video I normally use it just to kind of show a little bit of how the hotel looks from the air. But we have seen that already, so
it's quite extensive. So when you get there, you also have these little bicycles at the huts that you can use to go and visit the friends at the other huts and kind of just go discovering the island and walking about and discovering also all of the animals, the flora and fauna that's there. It's very wild, so you get to see a bit of everything.
Beautiful. All right, so last but not least, we're going to feature a luxury hotel tent concept that they have. It's called Corocora Camp in Los Llanos Orientales. This is actually about, is it 2 hours from Bogota? How far is it?
You have to take a flight from Bogota to Yopal. It's about a 45-minute flight, and then a couple of hours from the Yopal airport. You arrive in the middle of the Colombian savannah. There's literally nothing there but this little camping area with 4 high luxury tents.
So this is very small. It's not for everybody, but if again you have like an executive group at a small retreat that really want to get away, this is a very viable option. And also a great one to be done in conjunction or combination with other destinations. Like, you know, it could be a post or a pre if you have a program either in Bogota or in Cartagena. And again, it's all about that concept of living in harmony with nature. So, you know, who thought that going camping could be so luxurious? And that's kind of like a new trend. And again, one of the post-COVID trends is that now it's not only small groups, but individual incentives. So this also could be a great experience to design an individual incentive for someone who might be motivated for an experience like this. Again, it is secluded, a lot of diverse wildlife, a lot of cattle, a lot of activities, of course, because of the amazing and diversity of the destination on its own. And these are just some pictures that I'm gonna run really fast. Beatriz, tell us a little bit about what are some of the activities that you can put together in here.
Okay, so of course, all of the activities in this area would be nature-oriented, bird watching, condor sightings, but the main experience is the Llanero tradition experience. So the Llaneros are our cowboys. They have different techniques from other cowboys around the world because they herd their cows through song. So they sing to the animals, and the songs have actually been added to the UNESCO patrimony, have been declared patrimony by UNESCO. So we go, we live, and we experience this cow herding experience as they do it. We hear their singing and all of the different songs that they use for their work every day.
Right, because there you can do a bonfire, you can do a party there. It's a lot of stuff going on. So thank you, Beatriz. We truly appreciate your help in here. You know, like I said, this is a collaboration, and that's why I love this presentation so much. So now we are going to arrive to my beloved Dominican Republic, where we are we just partnered with our new DMC, which I have known for many years. So hello, Andrea, are you there? And Estefan, do you want to say hello?
Yes,
oh,
hello,
there's
Patricia. Hello, all of you. Thank you for being there.
Yeah, are you in Punta Cana right now?
Not, I am in Samana.
Oh, that's right.
I'm very happy to be here with you also.
Thank you.
So
we are very happy to be part of this family, LatinPlus family. It's very have this group. Thanks a lot.
Well, likewise, Stefan. I was looking forward to this day for a long time. I'm very familiar with this destination. So this one is one that I might not need as much help, but good that, you know, at least you're up to speed. I used to be the director of the Dominican Tourist Board for like for 8 years and based in Chicago, but I spent most of my career working for the Ministry of Tourism. So it was my job to sell just this country for many years. And of course, I could not agree more with the selection that they have made, even though there's a lot more than that. I love the fact that, again, we can also visit Punta Cana, but also venture outside, because Dominican Republic is a lot more than what most people know. So the picture that you see over here, you might not expect, like normally you would expect to have a beach or a resort image. Is actually the Reserva of Ojo Indígena, which is Indian Eye Reserve, located at the Punta Cana Resorts and Club, which is the complex where the Tortuga Bay Hotel is located. Tortuga Bay is without a question one of the most exclusive hotels in the Dominican Republic. No, it's not an all-inclusive, it's a boutique hotel that is also related to the other properties that belong to the same family, which is the Rainieri family. They were the ones who started the development in Punta Cana. They actually built the airport. So because of that, of course, they get certain perks. It's only 10 minutes from the Punta Cana International Airport. And because it's a gated community, it's a destination of its own. So the beach, as you can imagine, is stunning. Of course, that's what most people is drawn to Punta Cana, because the beautiful white, powdery, sandy beaches. And as you can see from the aerial view, the hotel is also broken by casitas or small little villages. Everybody, each one of them with a private butler. So a very, very personalized approach to service. You know, this hotel has won many accolades. They're a Virtuoso hotel. They're, I don't know, you name it. It's a living hotel of the world. So just so that you can imagine, a lot of celebrities and politicians alike have stayed there every time they go to the Dominican Republic. This is just one of the rooms, and just so you say that, so you know, the original design, it was by Oscar de la Renta, which a lot of people actually don't know. He was a Dominican born and raised designer, and he was part of the the founders of this project. So a lot of attention to detail, a lot of good taste, as you can see. It's a very classy hotel, very classical architecture. The golf, they have, I think it's 3 golf courses, Andrea, if I'm not mistaken, in the resort?
Yes, 2, La Cana and Corales.
Oh, it's 2 of them, yeah, La Cana and Corales. But if you have like a serious golfer, Punta Cana Resorts and Club is also really close to Cap Cana, where you also have Punta Espada and other, it's like so many golf courses. I mean, Dominican Republic definitely is a leader when it comes to golf tourism. And this is, again, another view of Indian Eye Reserve. So this is basically a series of lakes. Think of it like the tropical version of a cenote. There's about 12 of them, I believe. My memory for numbers is really bad. So you walk through an ecological path, and then you kind of like jump from a platform like this. And sometimes you can see the turtles swimming in this water ponds. And a lot of, again, the wildlife, it can be seen along the way. This is one of the restaurants. I believe this is La Yola, which is built in the water. But they have many other restaurants in the complex, and one of them right at the Tortuga Bay resort, the Tortuga Bay Hotel. Anything you want to add, Andrea, about this particular property?
No, this is very exclusive in a beautiful beach, white beach, a lot of places to do special events, or Playa Blanca, the beach, a beautiful place to do a special event. It's a very exclusive place, so different from the resorts in Punta Cana. When you say Punta Cana, you believe they're all huge hotels. Well, no. This is exclusive and beautiful.
Yeah, but just like everywhere else in the world, they might be known for that, but there's always those little gems for the groups that are looking for these kinds of experience. So don't get Dominican Republic out of the list when you're looking for this kind of experience. We definitely have these caliber hotels, you know, they're just hidden somewhere. And that's where I think DMC can really be handy. So this is actually about 40 minutes away from Punta Cana. In the Saona Island, which you probably have heard about. I mean, one of the most popular tours in Punta Cana for even the regular traveler, it is to go on the Saona Island tour. And this is a beautiful island that is part of a national park. Along the way, they stop in a little lake-like area. How do you call it? It's, oh my God, it's like a natural pool where it's almost like a lagoon, but it's a sandbar. That's how they call it in English. It's really interesting what this DMC has been able to put together within this area for events and for activities, where they can get the surprise factor. They can set up events on the water, because the water in that area, even though you're in the middle of the ocean surrounded by water, it's a really, really shallow. So you can still somehow make a special setup and have that surprise factor of like bringing champagne or a special thing through helicopters. Like for example, this activity that they have done for groups where they transfer from the hotel, normally Punta Cana, because going from Santo Domingo will be a little bit of a stretch, but still possible. Mainly you're gonna be transferring from Punta Cana on a catamaran cruise to the island, where there's animation and an open bar on board. Then after arriving there for a sunny day, on the way back, they set up an exclusive VIP area with drinks and barbecue buffet. And then on the return by speedboat, they stop at Palmilla Lagoon, which is this area that I was just describing. And that's where they set up a special event. Tell us a little bit about that event, Andrea, and what is it that you do to create that wow factor?
Well, when the group is arriving to the natural pool, they don't expect to have all the setup in the water with the waiters, with the tables, and then they are amazed by that, and suddenly you heard the sound of something that is happening, and then the helicopter arrived, and everybody's shouting and taking photos, and they say, but what is this? And then you see the basket with the champagne that goes down, and it's a beautiful moment.
Thank you, Andrea. And something that I saw in one of your presentations, and I don't want to talk too much about it because I even never heard in my entire career selling Dominican Republic that you can actually overnight in Saona. So you guys set up tents so people can stay camping there. That's pretty awesome. Let me just say, without really talking too much about it, because we got to move to Argentina after this. So Santo Domingo is the capital of Dominican Republic and a World Heritage by UNESCO. This is my city. This is where I was born and raised. And the hotel that we're going to explore here, it's kind of unique. It's actually a collection of houses from the colonial zone. They're called Casas del 16, which is mean casas, houses from the 16. These are just some pictures. I mean, again, it's every house is completely different, but it could be something that could work for individual incentives for smaller groups that can all share one of these houses. Normally, Andrea, how many rooms each one of these houses have? And they're all located within close proximity, some of them next to each other.
Yes, there are five houses in 2 blocks, and they can have from 3 to 6 rooms. But they're connected, their yards are connected, and they can do events for all of them.
Very, very exclusive service. Like this one's also, you have your own private butler and service in the house that cater to your needs. You can host events on these houses as well, as you can see from the pictures. And these are just some of the images from the rooms. I mean, there are a lot of luxury hotels in Santo Domingo. As you can imagine, it's one of the biggest cities in Latin America. But I really think this Casas del 16, it really stands out because of their different concept. So in Santo Domingo, you don't really need to do much. You can just walk around and be stunned by the architecture and the history of the city where, so according to some, Christopher Columbus remains still are. There's the first of many things in the city, the first university, the first hospital, the first, so, in the first cathedral of the New World, it's also there, which is beautiful and stunning. So there's a lot of activities that can be coordinated around the city. And this is just one of many sites that you will see through this particular tour. I just actually, when I was in Dominican Republic last time, I remember helping operating a program in front of this Alcázar, which was a huge success for more than 2,000 people. So again, when it comes to Dominican Republic, open your mind. It's not just Punta Cana. It's not just all-inclusive, okay? So Argentina, that's a big, long flight. Hi, Laura, how are you?
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Good. I told you I was going to do my best so that we don't run out of time. The good news is that this group, even if we go a little bit over, they'll still stick with us. So how are you doing? How cold is Buenos Aires right now?
It's not so cold today. It's very strange, but it's very hot. It's a hot winter today, but it's not usual to have more than 25 degrees in Fahrenheit. I don't know, I'm sorry, in centigrades, not in Fahrenheit, but it's very hot today. And what about you?
You know, I'm in Miami, so it's sunny here unless there's a hurricane. The hurricane didn't actually escape us, thank God, and it surprisingly went to New York. So the sun is back in here, and you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, there will not be another. So it's lovely. So yeah, I'm based in Miami, for those of you who don't know, and which I think is the unofficial capital of Latin America. So anyways, I'm gonna get started with our presentation. Laura, thank you for such a great selection of hotels. I think if there's a country that we can talk for hours, it's Argentina, because it's the biggest country of all the ones that we have mentioned. And it's amazing how every destination that we are presenting today is completely different, which I think is why it's such a great selection. So we're gonna start from north to south as we normally do. In a hotel that is called Aguasí, and it's located on the Iguazu, in the Argentinian side of Iguazu Falls. How far is this from the airport, Laura?
It's more or less 20 minutes from the airport to Aguasí.
And about in the airport from Buenos Aires to get to Iguazu Airport, it's about an hour and a half, right?
The flight time, do you say? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Yes,
From Buenos Aires to Iguazu?
Less to 2 hours. Less.
It's less than 2 hours. So the great thing about Argentina is that, you know, you're always gonna fly to Buenos Aires, and from there it's really easy to fly to all these beautiful destinations. So once you fly there, it's only a 20 minutes ride. Most likely your groups are gonna have at least 2 nights in Buenos Aires and then combined with Iguazu. So this hotel is beautiful. I mean, I cannot wait to go and see it because again, the weather, the geography in the northern part of Argentina, which is closer to the Amazon, it is green, it is lush, very different than what you will experience in other properties. So the landscape itself and the fact that you have these beautiful waterfalls within close proximity itself is a reason to go. But this hotel truly is a gem, as you can see from the pictures. This is one of the villas. Can you remind me, Laura, how many rooms this hotel has?
14 villas.
It's about 14 villas, so it's a very small boutique property and one of the most exclusives in the area. Like, I think other than that, it will be the Belmont that it's on the
yes, on the other side, Brazil.
Right? So truly a luxury gem again for those smaller groups that are looking for unique experiences. I'm gonna play this video because it kind of tells a story of this hotel. And Laura, if you wanna add anything while the video is happening, feel free to add. So right now, I know it's winter in Argentina, but probably in Iguazu, what's the weather like right now?
Oh,
Is what?
20 and 30 centigrades every day.
Oh, so it's really warm in there because again, it's north enough that it's closer to the tropics. You're cutting off a little bit, Laura. Lovely.
Oh, yes, I love this place. It's very, the energy is all in Iguazu, you know, and a very interesting experience you have offered to the groups is to know the Guarani tribe as the native tribe. they used to say that choose that place in the middle of the jungle, because it's the land without evil, and it's very true. There they live more or less 50 families, and you can share the culture. They are very friendly, and love to share the art, the music, the instruments, and a lot of craft they prepare. And a special time is to participate in an art and drama workshop for children. It's very, very amazing, and very, you have a very successful experience for the groups to share with the tribe and to know what about, I'm sorry. Okay, and if you allow me, I want to recommend to go to the falls, to the Iguazu Falls during the full moon, because you can go by walking tour. 5 days in a month is a very good number of days to choose one night to go to the jungle and walk and listen to the water. Is very, very magic.
I can imagine. I know we had such a hard time trying to decide when we were putting together the fun trip that we have to postpone because we're not canceling, right? To decide of where to go. It's like, you know, Carol, remember, it's like Iguazu, Mendoza, Calafate, everything looks amazing.
Close. Yes.
Oh, hello. Okay, yes, it's very magical. It's very magical.
Thank you, Laura. And then we're gonna fly from then to Mendoza, which is a wine country where Malbec is coming from. And this particular property is stunning. It's called Entre Cielos, which in English means between skies. And I think it kind of defines really much, you know, the concept of the hotel. Mendoza also, it's about an hour and 20 minutes from Buenos Aires. And this hotel, you know, as you can see, it's in close proximity. Laura, how far is the drive from this airport to Entre Cielos?
From the airport is more or less 25 minutes, or yes, between 25 or 30 minutes. It's enough to arrive.
Yeah, that's pretty close. And the hotel is actually located in a vineyard. It's kind of interesting because it embraced the like a rustic lifestyle of a vineyard, but it's actually quite modern when you look at the architecture. They have, it's about 20, how many rooms? 20?
It's 24 rooms.
Right. So is this picture over here, is this one of the rooms?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, I cannot believe it, because when you look at the pictures of the inside, it's like, wow, it doesn't look like, it looks quite different. So it's actually elevated and they're built on top of the vineyards. So you're either facing the vineyards or you're facing the Andes, because this resort offers panoramic views. And this is a different category. So I guess they have that and they have other different rooms depending on the needs. This is the main restaurant, and this is basically the concept or the lifestyle, which is about, again, pretty much the lifestyle in Argentina. A lot of it about the wine, great hotels for foodies and wine lovers, of course. And of course, I'm gonna play the video. Turkish hamam. That's another highlight. I love Turkish baths because my husband is Turkish and I've been to those in Istanbul. So one of the highlights about this hotel is that it's also a spa hotel. All right, I'm ready to go there whenever it's possible.
To receive you all.
So yeah, that's right. So unfortunately, we haven't. Argentina is still not open to the world. When are we opening the borders, Laura?
We think in September.
Oh, that's good. It's getting close. Actually, that's next month. Oh my God, I can't believe September already. Okay. All right. So activities around this area are endless. Of course, you're gonna wanna linger through the wine concept. So, you know, you can visit multiple renowned wineries in the region to learn about the different process to make the wine. And also you can have an itinerary that includes the lunch so that you can experience an Argentinian asado like this one that Ibaterra prepares by Chef Francis Malman. From Siete Fuegos, a restaurant that has a great view of the Andes and that specializes on the Argentinian barbecue, which is not the same as the American barbecue, as you all know. Argentinians are very famous and very well known because of their ability to make a great steak. And the steak, I mean, the meat, it's already there. It's already better. The way that they raise their cattle, it has a different flavor. And the take that they have, their approach for making a great asado is quite unique and rather very lengthy process. And then after that, groups can gather to create their own blend of wines with different varietals and discovering different aromas and the textures and the complexity so that they can become the winemaker for the day, taking then the bottle that they create for their own brand as a souvenir with them, which I think is a pretty cool activity. As you can see.
And your own label. Is all together. The bottle.
That's awesome.
It's a great experience.
And that chef is the same chef that has a restaurant at the Faena Hotel in Miami Beach, if you're all familiar with that. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Very good restaurant.
Only a few words. The restaurant is called Siete Fuegos, that is 7 fires, because he cooks with 7 kinds of fire, of different fires.
Oh, wow.
And we are sure we have the best meat in the world, so you can trust on us and try this. Wine and meat is a great society.
That's right. Some people can have 7 kinds of fire. I have an electric oven. All right. Well, they don't allow this in Miami Beach, unfortunately. So again, these are some happy groups experiencing wine in Argentina. And I mean, we don't have time to go over El Calafate. I'm just going to swing through the pictures of Eolo, which is embrace truly the Patagonian spirit. And it's located in El Calafate, which is the most southern part of Argentina, where you have all the glaciers. Truly an experience to be lived.
Yes.
But I think we're out of time. So in case you guys have any plans, I mean, and we're just going to swing the pictures. This one is amazing. I love to see this I found this picture of a sunset by the glacier because of the contrast and the colors. It's just so beautiful. It makes me want to go there right now. So these destinations, as you can see, are completely different and they're all in the same country, which I think is the beauty about Argentina. Whenever it's open, think of Argentina, not only as a destination within Latin America, but a destination that can compete with European destinations like Iceland, for example, in the case of when you talk about El Calafate, you know, other wine countries in Europe, when you think about Mendoza or Buenos Aires is the most European looking city in Latin America. Because again, when you compare the distance, right, it's a long haul destination compared to others we have described over here, except that when you fly there, you are still remaining on the same time zone. So definitely a must on everybody's bucket list. And we do have a very solid DMC over there, which is again Viva Terra DMC, they also operate in Peru and Brazil. So thank you so much, everybody, for helping us to deliver this presentation. And thank you to all of you who have taken time to learn more about our destinations and our DMCs. We truly hope that you were able to appreciate the treasures that we have shared with you, and that one day either you or your groups are able to experience these amazing jewels.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Any questions?
Lovely. That was lovely. I just want to say that I've discovered a lot of treasure in my life, but nothing like this, darling. That was I might cook with 7 fires myself, but I certainly don't sing to my cattle. That's all I'm saying about that as well. All right.
And they do it barefoot. They sing to their cattle barefoot.
Well, only after I drink a little bit, you know.
They got good rum.
Let's do this. We have a couple of things to give away. Carol's going to tell us who the first 5 to log on to the call were today. Carol, are you there?
Sorry. I'm laughing so hard that I can hardly think or speak. I hope that this all got recorded, because honestly, your personification of outlaws is just priceless, and especially Winnie. I mean, can we just all say bravo? What a mimic. She's great. Yay. Whew. Okay, if I had an award to give, I'd give it to you, Whitney, but I don't. I do have the first 5 for the week, and we, as I pointed out to someone earlier, we are awarding the first 5 after 3:55. In order to keep you guys kind of channeled in for our 4 o'clock start time, but not getting there so early that you are waiting through our rehearsal. I am seeing some repeats here, and I'm thinking we might need to change the rules, so don't get too confused if we change up the rules. But this week, the first 5 after 3:55 were Kim Morgan, Glynis Judy, Kathy West, Josh Brown, and Evan Geekus. Last week, several of you, 2 of you that I know of, that are men, won that beach book from Amazon, and I don't think you've cashed in your certificates yet. So Josh and Evan, please do log on to Amazon. You should have had a confirming email. Cash in your gift certificate, buy yourself a good book. So that's our first 5. Kim Morgan, Glynis Judy, Kathy West, Josh Brown, and Evan Geekus. And thank you all for your participation today. It was hilarious. Before we turn it over to Kelly, I want to promote a little bit what we're doing in the next couple of weeks. The next event, which is next Wednesday at 4, we're going to be looking at Enchantment Resort in Sedona, Arizona. Those of you who know that resort know about the magical valley that is where Enchantment is located. We're thinking mystics, we're thinking crystals, we're thinking astronomy. Blair Jones has got some treats lined up for us, and I really can't wait to see what you all can come up with to help us make that destination come alive. Oh, I guess I also wanted to point out that Patricia, I mean, before I go too far ahead of myself, what a tiny girl, and what an amazing amount of information packed into that package and into that hour. I feel like you were on speed, but you have so much knowledge, and I know you rely on your DMCs to fill in the details, but honestly, the way you segue from one to another and knew exactly what we needed to know, thank you so much. I do think there were some questions in the chat box, and we may go back to Whitney in a moment.
Oh, that's right, because I cannot see the questions while I'm presenting.
That's right. Well, you started to address the number of rooms in these locations about halfway through, but I know that there were several locations where they needed the room count. So we'd like to know capacities.
I'm going to share the presentation with all of you,
right,
and I will make sure that we include the chart with all the room capacities.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We had a great turnout today, 45 people. We really appreciate your support. Patricia and Maura are doing the first 5 award today. Patricia, what have you got for the first 5 folks?
Oh my goodness.
Bag, right?
It's hard to explain. It's like a bag of treasures because we have unique things for each destination that are completely unrelated. So let's just keep it a secret surprise so that when they get it, then they will discover what it is.
All right, so Kim, Glennis, Josh, Evan, and Kathy, please put your mailing addresses in the chat box so that Patricia can grab those and get you your treasure bag. I also wanted to give a little advance promotion to 2 weeks from today. We are going to be having something kind of different. We will be our guest host will be Lowe's Hotels and Resorts, and we're going to be doing a Lowe's bingo game. Lowe's Hotels is known for its taking care of you as if you were family. And so we want you all to think about how your granny might dress up for the bingo parlor, or the relative that you care about. We're going to be playing live bingo, I think 3 games. We do need to send you the bingo cards by email in advance. So if you plan on participating in that, watch your email, because those bingo cards will come that way. And we are playing for packages at Lowe's Fabulous Resorts. So 2 weeks from today, Lowe's bingo, hit the jackpot. And now over to Kelly.
Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. What a great turnout. This was a really, can you hear me?
Now we can, yes.
Okay, awesome. This was a really fun theme. Did anyone not get a chance to say who they were or what they were wearing? I just wanted to make sure that we all had the option before I announce the winner. And then I know you can't tell, this is my nod to the explorer because I just don't have my backpacks with me, but Gerlinde Kaltenbrunner is this 40-year-old Austrian, and she has successfully climbed without extra oxygen the 8,000-foot peaks all across the world. And so that's who I chose to be, because I thought that that was very inspirational.
Very much. Okay. You should qualify for your own award.
In Argentina. So, no, not anywhere close, because I really thought that Kathy West took it away with her skull of RFPs and the mountain
that was the winner right there.
Hat. I thought that was really amazing.
Not RFPs, Kelly.
If I could award you, I would send you more rum.
She clearly doesn't need more rum.
But Kathy West, what a great effort. Thank you for inspiring all of us to work harder every week with our creative costumes, because woman, you just set the bar really high.
Don't forget to send me selfies. Kathy, if you don't send me a selfie today, I'm not sending you the sunglasses. That's it.
Like it.
And so the same goes for the rest of you. I mean, I'm looking at you. I just see so many great people. Laurel, you're fabulous. Anne, as always, you're fabulous. I thought Leah Catherine was fabulous. Please, y'all, let's do a really fun post this week. We want to see it.
Oh, and I can't wait to see what Evan and Scott and Josh bring to Granny Bingo, by the way. Just calling you out, guys.
It could be Grandpa Bingo, because there are some old coots there.
The pressure is on, Kelly.
I want to see your walker.
Outfit, Evan.
I know. I need to go find some garb, some clothing.
Right.
Can't wait.
All right.
Thank you, ladies. What a wonderful tour.
Thank you so much.
Incredible.
I will get back to you with questions that were unanswered. I have to go through. These chats it's going to be saved, right?
The chat is saved, yes.
Okay, good. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Take care.
You guys are great. Thank you so much, Tamara, and to Patricia.
Greetings from Mexico. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you.